Ambush the Game podcast. Hey, I'm gonna get right into this thing right now. Vic, I seen on your social media you kind of had some little controversy going on about the term baby.
Okay.
About women using that term baby. After seeing your post and us talking about it, I went on YouTube and social and then Instagram, and I seen where other people were talking about this same term by using the word baby.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now one lady I saw, she said she loves, now she used it a little bit different than how you were saying. She said this. She said she likes to see when aunts and you know, people like that and grandmamas still call her baby.
Okay.
Is that the same way that you were talking about baby being used, or what's your take on the word baby?
Yeah, my take on the word baby is the labeling of a person that's not a baby at all. It's like it's a cute term, and women have gravitated toward calling adults babies because they're their daughter or their son or whatever. And I do understand why they were saying that, but as a man that has gotten to be mature, it sounds kind of foolish, especially when we got young men that's growing up and they tend to not want to be men, or they not learning stuff from their mama to help them be better men. It's even worse when you calling a 30-plus-year-old man your baby. And I do understand that the women just like that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But what's wrong with the word son? What's wrong with that? Because that's what he is. He's a grown-ass man that's your son because you are his mother. If he ain't out handling his business and being a man and stepping up and maturing, is this word baby making him believe he should still run to his mama when shit happen, or he can't function with women because he don't understand that you grown now? It's a lot more to it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let me ask this question. You're not saying you have a problem when grandmama say, look over there in that pantry and give me that pan, baby?
No.
So you don't have a problem with that?
Not at all.
You got a problem when a woman says, come over here and meet my babies?
Yeah, let me show you my babies. That's your son. He'll grown man. That's still my baby. I mean, you already know what I be want to say. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And for the ones that don't, know me, I told my mama a long time ago, don't call me no baby no more. It just don't make no goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? Not to me. I'm a grown man, and it just don't relate. You know what I'm saying? I'm your son. Introduce me to people as your son, not no goddamn baby.
So, one of the people that we know had what comment to say?
Basically, the typical stuff women say. Who are you, like the authority to tell people what to say and what not to say? I'm not telling people what to say and what not to say. I'm giving people a different of opinion. Well, maybe, if me and you was fixing on a car, and I thought I knew how to fix on the car, and you gave me, some information on how to do it, that's a plus, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people think that, okay, you said something that I don't exactly believe in. Instead of me listening to your argument, I'm going to argue with you to tell you shouldn't say that. Well, then, if that's the case, ain't we gonna keep arguing? Because you shouldn't tell me what the fuck to say. But you telling me I shouldn't tell you what to say.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got 2 points there. One, I'm going to address the latter first. That's typical, not all women.
Yeah.
But a lot of them will only see what you're doing wrong.
That's right.
They won't see that they're saying the exact same thing, just
That's
different.
Right.
It's the same thing, but they're treating you the same way, but using a different subject matter.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing is they're gonna always say, which I heard this one today. No matter how old I am, they're still my babies.
Yeah, and I heard it all my life.
But I think that a lot of them's mentality won't allow them to see the point that you're making.
That's right.
Because I'm always mama. Yeah, you're gonna always be mama.
That ain't gonna change.
But
never.
your son is not a baby. He's
Not
not
no
an
more.
adolescent.
Yeah.
Not a young adult. He's a.
Yeah.
We're talking about a grown ass man now.
Yeah.
To me, I think I never really looked at it until I seen this discussion, going around. So it is a thing now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at it this way: their inability to move on from a certain train of thought, a certain line of thinking, is also the hindrance with the black family.
That's
All right,
that's
we
what I
have
think.
already, and you guys already know how I feel about the black man being absent. So all of it falls on the shoulders of the woman, which is unfair, but it's also the case in most situations.
Mm-hmm.
But when they neglect to let the son grow up and be a man and keep calling him baby and treating him like a child, he will not be the man he needs to be for another woman. Which is why when he gets her another woman pregnant and they bust up, he comes back home to mama.
That's right.
I don't think they married those two things together, but it's because they only looking at it that he's gonna always be my baby.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit what they call their daughter. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You can call her baby all day long. She's a female, so that's fine. But for me, let's say if I had kids and I'm a father, you call my son a baby, I'm gonna have a goddamn problem. This motherfucker ain't no baby no more.
Okay, so now you just added a new wrinkle to it that I didn't. I thought you meant you had an issue with the term baby being used regardless.
No.
So you saying that?
No, it's strictly for the boys.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a mother who has a 30-year-old daughter calling her baby is okay
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if she had a 30-year-old son,
That's right.
that's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a big ass problem. Because I don't want him in his mindset, if that was my son, to think he nowhere near a fucking baby. At all. Matter of fact, with some of the shit that we do in this world, I don't want you to call him the cute.
He should be handsome.
He should be something. Don't call him cute. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being silly right now. I ain't that deep about that. But I just want women to understand, if you're raising a child and once they get to a certain level, you should address them as that. If I was a manager at a business, I wouldn't want to be called an employee. I want to be called fucking manager. You know what I'm saying? A supervisor. Call me the title that I earn. And when you 30-something fucking years old and you're grown, you got your own house, your own kids, don't call me no motherfucking baby. Period.
So now I got to ask, this got to be a poll question.
Okay.
Is this a Vic problem or is this a black folks problem? Because now when you added all these little twists to it,
Yeah.
it almost sounds like this is an issue for you.
It is part of it. Yeah.
But do you think that this is, so is there a problem with the greater community using the term? Because
Well, I think since there's not a father in the house, mostly there's not a father in the house, that the mama continues to try to address a son as a baby. Just don't register. And when you get out here like me, I've worked with a lot of young men. I've talked to a lot of young men, and I have raised a few young men to be men. That shit never happened in the household with me because it was a man there. Now, mind you, the mamas probably would say, if they're not around me, that they still they babies. And it may be once every blue moon, you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, I've heard this shit all my life. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's just one of those plays that women just don't want to let go. Even when I've said stuff to them, like you said, it's always going to be my baby, no matter how old it is. That's the wrong term. I'm just sorry.
but
It's the
only
wrong
for
term.
the men.
Yes, for the men. I don't give a shit about no women.
But okay, playing devil's advocate here,
Yeah.
a woman could say, but if it's okay that these two kids came from me,
Yes.
let's say they twins, boy and a girl,
Gotcha.
I can call my girl baby,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't call my son baby. At
That's
what
right.
age does the baby cut off from the guy, from the boy?
I think it should cut off 21.
So if he's 20, he can still be called baby.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I think he too damn old at that point. But if you ask me for a number, I'm just gonna say 21 because that's when he's legally grown. Unless his ass get in trouble. Then the court system, they don't care if you 12 almost.
Yeah, so I think initially I was riding with you. Now I think I'm on the fence.
Well,
Because you just split it for me. I thought you
Well-
had a real concern with the term being used when they got to a certain age, regardless of the gender.
it's mainly men, you know, trying to grow up and be responsible in the role that they need to take. I don't think they need to be called babies at a certain point, period. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's the mother or not. But because of the fact that women choose to be on that role where, hey, they women, we different from y'all, which they claim they the same, but they're different from us. So if you're calling your daughter baby, I don't really care. She making take it where it's not a big deal that her mama call her baby. She's probably still gonna realize she mature and grow up. It may not have a mental play on her. I
Okay.
don't know.
I got one for you right here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my twin scenario.
Okay.
So you're at a family function
Yes.
and the woman says, I want you to meet my baby and my son. That's how she
Okay.
should say it, right?
Yeah.
If they twins, a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
She shouldn't say, I want you to meet my babies.
Yeah. She should say, meet my babies.
She should say, I want you to meet my baby and my son.
Well, I won't be honest with you. That sounds stupid,
It does, but that's the
but
rules you making.
if it's that technical, I'm a ride with it because I'm still on the fact that the men shouldn't be called baby because we need them to grow up and understand responsibility and being a man and not have no thought that you can't do shit yourself and, you know, kind of hindrance. You know what I'm saying? Grow your ass up and be a fucking man.
But when you want the same
I don't think
understanding
it's-
of responsibility for the woman,
I don't think, unless the woman just gonna be sorry, I don't think that affects them mentally like that. Cause it's a woman calling her daughter a baby. You know what I'm saying? Those two women.
why wouldn't that not have the same mental
I
effect?
have no idea.
If she thinks that she's still her mama's baby, she may be irresponsible because she thinks I'm my mama's baby. The same
Well,
effect
well,
that you're saying that
let
the
me-
guy could have, right?
let me-
Could
let
she
me-
not have the same effect on her?
Yeah, let me twist it a little
Okay,
bit
twist
to try to you know,
Pull your
go
boy
with
in
my
there because I'm
argument.
lost right
Yeah. Okay, if the girl is called baby and she don't grow up mentally to a certain degree where she understands she got responsibility, if she meet a man that's grown, you with me?
I'm listening.
He's going to be the head of the household, or should be. He's going to still be able to handle the business no matter how she might have slacked or whatever her mama might have done to her that shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say she is a couple of notches off being a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? If she got a mature man that ain't being called baby and he realized he got responsibility no matter what she does, that kind of counteracts that, at least in my argument. But if this damn man think he a goddamn baby, she fucked up.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Yeah. I think the role of the man is too important to think that you can kind of fall back because your mama treat you like a baby or talk to you like a baby. You need to step your game up so you can handle business.
If both kids are treated the same,
Mm-hmm.
and she calls her daughter baby, and she calls her son baby, and you're telling me that the effect of being called baby will only affect the guy. I don't understand how that could be true. Right? what's the argument that the same effect couldn't happen to the?
I didn't say it wouldn't affect her. I said I didn't care.
She's not. That makes it a you thing.
It could be a you thing. I'm the one making the argument. Yeah. It could be a you thing. Plus, I'm a man. I can't venture over there in the women's world and tell them exactly, how. I'm a man. I'm looking at the boy.
Oh, I'm being objective on both of them because I would think that as a parent, if I had a son and a daughter, that I wouldn't want to hamper one.
Well,
because I think that and you're also being sexist, one could argue. And here's how. Okay. Because you're saying that you don't care about how much she develops because somebody's gonna take care of her.
In the looking at the overall, the man normally can come in and say to the woman, this is the same reason why women that is well off don't get to do flipping the fries. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they deserve better. So if that man came in and the woman was flipping fries, she ain't, maybe at this particular point successful, but he'll take her because he's in charge. He's the head of the household. She may not have to pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? If he got his shit together, she gonna be all right.
You being incredibly sexist right now. So now you're assuming that the guy is going to be established
if he grow up.
So, but you're also implying that if she is working fries, she's going to have to look a certain way, right? So he's just picking her because she look good.
He ain't gonna get no ugly ass chick flipping fries.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So now, but see, you putting circumstances in that may not be true. What if the girl is flipping fries, but she isn't super attractive? So, but then now she's being called baby, and that lack of maturity may keep her held down right there. I'm not attracted, so I'm not gonna get.
She gonna be fucked up.
See, man.
They're gonna tell the truth. She gonna be fucked up. If you just flipping fries, you better look good. Shit, man. Being honest, bro.
Okay, now I'm fully on the side of the women that was arguing against your post now because
my post basically, even though I kind of put it in a general situation, it was about the boys. We need the men to grow up, understand that they not babies at a certain age, and handle their business. And I think with the kids being raised by their mama, they miss that male influence in their life. So it doesn't make it any better to call them baby and they 30 years old. And then I didn't even get to the point where the motherfucker still live with you and he got children.
Okay, I am in full agreement with the maturity of the man needs to be there because there's so few of us trying to do anything. Mm-hmm. So no arguments there.
Gotcha.
But I think you owe it to the people who responded to your post to go clarify that I'm not necessarily saying that saying baby is wrong. I'm saying that we need to focus and put more emphasis on the growth of the man. But you do know the
person that was kind of like in my shit got 2 boys. She ain't got no girls.
Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
But her response also was generic because she was arguing the use of the word baby.
I got
period. Mm-hmm. She didn't understand, which I now understand, that you're talking about essentially the growth of the male. Yeah. And that term being labeled, called baby, could potentially hinder his growth.
Yeah.
I don't think she got that. No, I didn't get that.
And it's a post. You not really gonna get 100% because you only can put so much out there unless you're writing a book. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, but you put stuff out there, get incendiary and fire folks up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna respond. But if you don't fully express your thought completely, they're gonna take it wrong.
I can understand.
And then like me, I just looked at it and looked at the responses and then went to see was this a thing and saw that other people were talking about it as well. Mm-hmm. And now I'm understanding that you have a totally different concern from what I thought.
Yeah.
But I didn't put a nasty post back. Not necessarily saying that her post was nasty, but she was clearly arguing the other side of it. But she didn't understand what you were talking about, just like I didn't.
Yeah.
Your concern is mainly about the effects that calling a grown man baby has on his development.
That's right.
And his ability to do what he need to do without
running home to mama. Or bullshitting, because I have seen a lot of young men who are of age and they will argue with you, and this shit is like super ridiculous for me. You ever heard that term, the more I talk to you, the dumb I get?
Yes, I have.
That shit right there fucks me up. Well, I don't even want to talk to a motherfucker. You are basically 30, 40, almost 50 years old, arguing with me about shit you don't know what the fuck you talking about. That shit is like ridiculous. And they think just because they're a certain age, regardless of experience, that they know shit. I talked to a man, and I'm gonna just put it out there. He didn't know what a lease was. At 40, 45 plus years old. I had to explain it to him.
Yeah. Unfortunately now, if we were to keep it 100,
Yeah.
in the way we came up, it's going to be hard to have any real substantial financial knowledge simply because we came up in the bricks.
Yeah.
All right. We came up in the bricks. We came up in a single parent household. So that tells you that the person that we were getting our knowledge from up front was probably a female who was probably uneducated, who probably operated off of emotions first. So what financial knowledge are we going to really get to learn how to build a house? They in the fucking bricks.
Yeah.
So they on government living.
That's right.
So now what, how much man or woman, how much knowledge you expect that person to get from their elders, right?
Not very much.
All right. So I can see how a person didn't know what a lease was. I just think that's more of a testament to how we come up.
That's true. And in the experiences that we have in life, and this is the reason why I said, unless you experience things, you shouldn't too much talk about it. At least if you, let's just say, talk to people and you get some of their experiences, then you get knowledge. You don't want to just talk because you got a fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people like that.
Yeah, but yes, ain't no but to that. Let me just take that but out of there. I'm saying that that's a strong statement, and yet that statement has been used against both of us.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Because I ain't got no kids.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Or you ain't no woman.
And that's true. Yeah. That's why some things I don't put on what I believe. I have to really draw a line that I'm a man. So this is another reason why if you want to call a daughter, grown or not, a baby, then fine. I'm going to try to stick over here where the men shit at. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I know.
Okay. Ambush the Game podcast. Here's the question. Should a 30-year-old son, let's say 21, I keep using 30, but he said 21, a 21 and up male be called baby by his mother? That is the question. If he's 21 years old, should he be called baby by the mother?
Yes.
We don't care if the mother calls the daughter baby. That's the question. So let me know what you think. Ambush the Game podcast. Question everything you think you know.